Well, moving on nicely now with the wiring harness. That's the rear of the wiring harness, the boot. This is the total rear wiring harness, so it's a full section. There for the lights, for the boot, inspection light, indicator, stop lights, side lights, and further down there the same. We've got a cable off here for the washer. I'm putting the washer bottle and the washer in the boot. Now, as you can see here, I've got each section drawn out on the cable drawings. It's much easier to do one cable set at a time on the drawings, so you can follow it quite easily. You can also mark the drawings. So here we have the front end, or should I say the dashboard end. That's the feed fuse box. Lots more to add to that yet. But here, got the relays for the rear, brake lights, side lights, petrol pumps, and obviously I've got the rest of it to build. So I'm going to move this wiring harness along the board now, and then I can get to the front. Although I've got plenty of room, I decided just to move it along a bit. Well, there we go. I've moved that rear harness along the board. I've now got two fuse boxes in. This is my high power fuse box, and this is my low power fuse box. Now here we go. I've got the engine loom laid out on the board, so all the sizes check out. So I know where the cable's going to go. I've got little tabs on the end, I don't forget. And I'll start running this afternoon. I shall start running the cables into that and join them up. See where we're at. Now that's the engine loom, but I'm also going to run in the starter cable to the starter solenoid. I've also got the power steering to wire in and also, so I'll do all this one at a time alongside each other, and then we'll see where we go. But now this is going to save you hundreds of pounds if you do this yourself, simply because auto electricians are very, very, very expensive. So anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do it. Read up on it. It's all the information is out there. You must be patient. You got to have a lot of patience. Keep checking your wiring diagrams, keep checking your wires, and you'll find that it will work out well for you. I've done this several occasions. I did it on a sunroom my brother and I used as a lot of international events, but sadly I rushed it because we had to push the car out and it was a bit of a rat's nest. So we had that done by a professional. Well, just a quick look. Show everybody the wiring harness, obviously all wrapped up. I'll trim off the ends when I get that into position. Each wiring diagram there laid out. It's progressing nicely. Every wire has its own colour for its own destination, so it's easy to figure out what goes where. Dash in place now. I've just got this hung up. We've got all the relays there in position. There's the high powered fuse box and the low powered fuse box. Wire, I'm keeping it nicely wrapped up so that I can figure out if there's anything where I've made a mistake. I can put it back in. Yeah, it's all the cables to the front. I've taken well, there's still a bit of rope in there for the length, but I'll take it out shortly. So that's all the cable to the front. Headlights, side lights, indicators, and electric fan. And there's the wires for the ignition, oil light, temperature gauge, oil temperature gauge, starter. And as soon as I get everything in position, I get the final wires laid into place, I wrap all this nice and neatly, and then it'll lay in nicely. So that's where we're at with the wiring harness at this moment. So I know that will be wrapped nicely.